Time for another fight before we hit our 5 title fights in a row, and we have a pretty experienced amateur matchup here as Jordan Berg out of Titletown MMA and Rufus Sport making his way to the cage. Berg, a full 6 feet tall at 175. Again, two guys of pretty even stature coming in tonight, and Berg sporting a pretty impressive 4-1 amateur record. Jordan Berg's in the cage. Let's take a look now at Jack Daughtry.
Next up, welcome his opponent, Jack Daughtry.
All right, here comes Jack Daughtry, 5 up, 5 down, 5 wins, 5 losses in his amateur career. 10 AMI fights already. Usually you see guys go pro after that amount of time. He chooses to stay amateur. What's the advantage for that, Gerald? Or the question might be, why not go pro?
It could be a combination of a lot of things. Maybe he doesn't have the time to dedicate to pursuing a professional career, and he recognizes that. Maybe he just wants a little bit more experience in cage time. A lot of guys coming into this with no prior sports experience in general. They need to get that mat time in before they're ready to take that next step.
He's getting it in again. 10 AMI fights so far. Number 11 is straight ahead. Let's see how he fares as we go to the cage with Chris Garrity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next bout, another catchweight, 175-pound contest scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first this man, fighting out of the Harley-Davidson of Madison, blue corner. He stands in at 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 172.8 pounds in 5 amateur bouts. He has 4 impressive victories, all coming by way of knockout. He represents Titletown Mixed Martial Arts, Rufus Sport. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, Jordan Pretty Boy Berg. His opponent, this man, fighting out of the Coliseum Bar, red corner. In 10 amateur bouts, he has 5 victories. 2 of those victories come by way of knockout. He stands in at 5 foot 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 176 pounds, representing the A&B fight team from Greenville, Alabama, by way of Great Lakes, Illinois, Jack Daughtry.
Daughtry and Berg ready to go. I always wonder whenever a guy has the nickname Pretty Boy, who gives him that nickname? By first glance, just by looking at Jordan Berg, nothing against the guy. I don't think Pretty Boy, but I don't know who gives him the nicknames as they go along. Maybe he picked it himself.
Actually, I think that might be my fault. When I was up there coaching in Titletown for a little while, I think he chose some interesting attire, and that was a kind of a joking nickname I must have gave him, but I might have to take the heat for that one. Little known fact, Jordan Berg has Green Bay's most eligible bachelor in his corner, Eric Chang, tonight.
That is a very little known fact. The Pretty Boy, I love that GM3 gave him the nickname. That's great stuff as he trips up Daughtry here, as so far a lot of striking power coming out of Jordan Berg, the Pretty Boy, fighting like a bad boy.
And I love the Eric Chang reference. I first met Eric when he was a cameraman for Combat USA up in Green Bay. Good kid. He's kind of the captain of that Titletown MMA gym up there. Been involved in MMA for a while.
Daughtry's left eye almost closed already as he took 2 straight rights to the eye, and he's having trouble seeing out of that left eye. That's a problem.
Yeah, in that first exchange, they were both going back and forth. Jordan took a couple shots, definitely landed some good ones here with a nice single leg trip takedown. I thought Jordan would have been fine on the feet there, but looking to pass, seeing his opponent hurt, looking to land some ground and pound and possibly finish this thing.
Big damage already taken by Daughtry. He is bleeding. The left eye is partially closed. And right now in control is Jordan Berg, as he has done a great job so far in this fight being able to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, this is a mismatch as far as skill sets go, Rich. I haven't seen any offense at all from Daughtry, plus that left eye closed up now. It looks like he's in a lot of trouble. Al is looking in pretty close here.
Yeah, it was 100 miles an hour out of Jordan from the get-go, and he's, like you said, just been all over his opponent this entire fight.
Yeah, Daughtry continues to take a lot of damage here, and he's nearly in the center of the cage and nowhere to go for him, as now it looks like, yeah, we see a little of the
rear naked choke.
Yeah.
And back to the strikes. Good idea from Jordan. Couldn't find the chin. He's just giving him a reason.
It never
to
seemed
finish,
like he
and
could
there
get
it
the
is.
chin, but it doesn't matter. I wanted to call it, but I couldn't call it because he couldn't lock it in. He didn't need to. One back to some blows to the side of the face of Daughtry, and that one ended quickly. Jordan Berg displaying some really strong skills. And right now, pointing at you, Gerald Mearshart, is he blaming you for the pretty boy moniker?
He should be thanking me.
And perhaps that was it, as he is thankful for the victory here tonight. First round TKO for the pretty boy, Jordan Berg, as we will come back, get the official decision right after this on 57 Sports. Fight didn't last very long. Jordan Berg inflicting a lot of damage early on to Daughtry, and it came from a couple of right hands that landed on the left eye there of Jack Daughtry, and after that, he really never had a chance.
Yeah, just looked good everywhere, landed strikes on the feet and kicks, got a nice takedown, controlled on the ground, and pounded him out for the finish.
So a big win there for the pretty boy. He improved to
Ladies and
5-1.
Now Wicker steps in, calls the stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 28 seconds of round number 1 for your winner by TKO, Jordan Pretty Boy Berg.